This week, I have been mainly playing British tanks. Hello again everybody, and welcome back to Fugit's Blitz. And today we're going to be looking at the Conqueror, the British Tier 9 Heavy. In fact, this tank is so good, it's hard to believe it's British, but I'm still doing that campaign. Hashtag play the British tanks. This is the Conqueror, what it looks like in all its glory, according to Blitz stars. I did have some nice pictures of it in the game, but the gun is so long, as you can see here, it just comes off the edge of the screen. But this is a lovely heavy. So let's have a look at it. Let's compare it with the E75 and the IS8. As you can see, DPM wise, it's fantastic. Penetration, fantastic. The alpha is very good for a British tank. And you can see from this comparison, and I'm only using tech tree tanks here, and I've picked the IS8 and the E75 for a reason. Credit coefficient, not so brilliant, but look at its win rate. 54% compared to 52 and the 49.9% of the IS8. It's a nice tank, and it always surprises me when people don't like this particular British tank. It is one of the gems sitting in Tier 9, especially in the heavies. So that's the boring stats over and done with. Let's have a look at what it looks like in Blitzhanger. HP, best tank, at tier, 4 hits class. Best view range in tier for its class. Second best DPM, best penetration, average damage, pretty good velocity. If you stick in that APCR over, look at it, it all shoots up. Okay, your damage comes down and your pen is still pretty good. Rate of fire is fantastic. You know, you're doing on just over 6.5 shells a minute with a reload time of just under 9 seconds. I mean, that's pretty good going for a Tier 9 heavy. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. And look what happens when I put the Hesh in. I mean, DPM 3,461 with a penetration value that is off the charts. This is a fantastic tank. Okay, I'm only using the top gun here, the Tier 10 gun. But guys, I mean, you have to appreciate this is a Tier 9 heavy. And it's got the parameters of a Tier 10 heavy, namely the 215B. I love this tank. I just think it's fantastic, and I think it's one of those hidden gems resting in Tier 9. And not many people play it, funnily enough. It's really quite bizarre, with more players playing the E75 and the IS8, which is surprising comparing the stats. But that's just the way the games work. So this is, for me, one of those tanks that really needs to be embraced a lot more. As you can see with the new Consumables, it's got the reactive armour and the improved engine boost, which really does boost that engine. The reactive armour, yeah, okay, it's pretty cool, but hey, you can also get the sandbag armour in the provision, so you can increase the hit points quite substantially. Tactics wise, well, this is what Wargaming and Blitzhanger suggest. Good at long range sniping, not very good for anything else apart from peekaboo. Now, is that true? I don't know. I mean, I think this tank is fantastic as a good, proper heavy. You can frontline it. Okay, it hasn't got the gun depression of some of its other British counterparts, but it has got the capability of being a real heavy, not a sit at the back, you know, wannabe. This is what the armour profile looks like. You can see the cheeks of the turret are pretty meh, but the front glacis plate is pretty thick. Stick it up against an E75, great side scraper, goes all down, but look at that turret. I mean, the cheeks are slightly wide open, and you really need to wiggle and jiggle that turret to annoy the opposition. Thing is, I mean, we've seen with most of the British tanks that they've got these horrible turret cheeks that are easily pennable. Side on, okay, it's got some spaced armour, but it's pretty paper thin. Well, it's not paper thin. I mean, that would be a completely out and out lie, but it is pretty weak. Ammo, well, look at that. I mean, you're going to get some decent penetration on all your ammo, and you're going to get some good derp alpha damage coming out for a heavy. this is a fantastic tank. I mean, it always shocks me that people don't like this tank for whatever reason. I know I'm repeating myself with the superlatives, but hey, this is what I run it with. I run it with the cup of tea and the pudding. I run it with the crew, provision kit and the enhanced petrol. Why? Well, I'm not really into the sandbag armour. I don't think I need the additional hit points on this particular tank because I think it does okay as it is. When I have a look at the consumables, however, I do stick in the improved engine boost. I don't stick in the reactive armour. That is what my equipment loadout looks like. Pretty standard stuff. So what's this beastie like in a game? Well, lovely, in a word. It really is a lovely tank. So I'm going to drop the engine boost now, so get around this corner and get down to the thick of the action. The gun on this is fantastic, and you've got to appreciate, you've got quite an accurate gun with a great reload that dishes out a lot of damage with some very good alpha and fantastic penetration values. I mean, I love this tank. I mean, it just churns it out. I mean, this thing loves shooting away. Now, I'm not long-range sniping here. I'm frontline, almost peekaboo. And I'm just going to give this Mark 6 Watt 4. Bless him. He's going to keep coming around the corner. And like all British tanks, if you don't go all down, guys, your bottom is just so vulnerable. And you do get bounces off these turret cheeks, but you've got to angle it correctly. This tank is fantastic. It's a beautiful tank to roll out in. So far we've taken, what, 4 shots? We've done 1300 damage. This is why I like this tank. Your ability to, put a lot of derp down in a heavy tank. This is the Tier X game, by the way. Okay, I'm not going to set the world on fire, but I mean, he's going to be short shift. There he goes, disappears, 355, he's gone. So I've taken, what, 3 kills. Okay, the T92, I agree, gave up. We're just over 2000 damage, which isn't massive for this tank. I mean, this tank churns out a lot more than that. But I was quite happy with that game. We lost a little bit of HP, but nothing to write home about. And that's what this tank can do. It can do that. It's a nice tank. It likes doing that. So we get a second class. Okay, I lost some credits, and it was a T10 game. But I enjoyed the game, and that's the main thing. And I'm a pretty weird person. I mean, I celebrate getting a 3rd class medal. To me, getting any medal, mastery, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, for me is an achievement. And I just enjoy doing that. Okay, I may not knock out the most damage. I may not be the best player in this tank, but I have fun driving this tank, and I have a good time rolling out in it. This is the last game. I'm only going to give you 2 replays. It's a Camp 70. It's going to bounce the turret. I tried to get the hatch, but I was a bit over-optimistic. The thing, I mean, again, I'm peeking and booming here. I'm not long-range sniping. I'm not going to sit at the back in this thing. Why? Because it's a heavy, and it's not as heavy as the 100, but it's similar to the E75. It plays better than the E75, plays better than the IS8. I mean, this tank really is one of those hidden gems in Tier 9. And if you like your Tier 9 heavies, guys, forget your IS8s and E75s. Roll out in this thing, because it's beautiful. So we've done, what, just over 1000 damage. We've taken our first kill. We're now going to swap positions, get into that cap. It is a supremacy game, so we need to cap. That's what happens in supremacy. Again, it's another Tier 10 game, realistically. So we've already dispatched the Tier 9. The other side are being whittled down left, right and centre. Not to worry, though, because I still need to take the cap, because I want to win the game. Simple as that. And I don't subscribe to the fact that I'm not going to be bullied by people to tell me to move or do this or do that. I don't think somebody has a go at me later for whatever reason. I don't know why. Saying I'm I don't know what he says. He has a go at me over something. But these things don't bother me. I'm playing the game to the best of my ability, and I'm playing the game as a team to try and win the bloody thing. So we'll see. Anyway, as you can see here, I'm trying to go to the help of the WZ. He's surrounded by 2 tanks. Oh, there's a T62. Smack him for 418 as he comes around the corner. Now been spotted. Can't really go into the WZ because I'll get wasted. Only fools rush in, by the way, guys. So I'm going to bide my time a little bit. Wait for my gun to load. It's loaded. The T62A is still there. As you can see, he gives me a smack to tell me he's still there. This is a stupid shot by me, but hey, you know, we all do stupidity things from time to time. Now I need to try and focus on this IS-4. Somebody else is giving him a plop. So come around the corner. Hello, IS-4. Goodbye, IS-4. There you go. He's gone. Now I've got the T62 that I need to muck around with. So I know he's now fired. I'm just going to rush him. He is not going to destroy me. I've got too many hit points left. He can whittle me down. Yes, he can. But he's not going to destroy me. Simple fact. I'm going to destroy him instead. And I missed the shot, but I ram him. Because this tank can do that. Because it's a beast. So we're already up to 2,700 damage. We've taken 3 kills, which is nice. We've taken a base, which is nice. And we've been pretty active in this battle. And I enjoyed it. I'm going to try and get round here, see if I can get the waffle tractor. I don't think I do. I think the Leo gets me before I get there. So there goes my 4th kill. So again, we're not setting the world on fire. But boy, the versatility of this tank, don't forget, it's a heavy. And it realistically plays like a slow medium. I love it. First class, plus a kamikaze and a shitload of other medals. Lost the credits again. And why? Because I used Pramo. And you're always going to lose credit. No, I didn't use that much Pramo, but you do lose credits because you consumables as well. Anyway, that's been the Conqueror. I've been Fujit. This is a beautiful tank, guys. Okay, like I said, didn't set the world on fire. 2 tier 10s beat me. I enjoy this tank. I enjoy playing this tank. If you haven't got this tank and you're grinding your way towards it, you really do need to get all the top modules on it to make the tank better. And, you know, consider carefully your equipment and consumable loadout. Anyway, if you've got any decent replays, send them to me at fujitsblitz@gmail.com or drop them onto my Discord server. Comment, like, and all the other stuff below. If you haven't pressed subscribe yet, please do. It's a nice thing to do. It puts a smile on my face. And until the next time, I'll say the usual stuff. Stay safe out there. Have fun on the battlefield. And happy tanking. And don't forget, guys, hashtag play the British tanks.